to kind of connect this. I kind of want this to kind of come from each door so that we are connected to it no matter where it goes kaboom, because it will go kaboom eventually. Like, if you have enough of a power system, you will go kaboom eventually. Who's in the area? Frog, Kelly, Ocelot. I was going to give Ocelot some skills. Speaking of, I was going to nominate the 3 useless people that are always wandering that have nothing to do. I'm going to check their situation, and then if they so chose to, we could give them some skills. So yeah, if this room was to go kaboom, it should theoretically still be connected on one side in some capacity, unless they break this side. We should be okay. So we'll see. Alright. So let's go find a couple more batteries. Ane-san, can I get you? You're building a marble wall. Before you do that, can I get you to work on this? Because like if I can get you to bring this into power, then we can connect to the batteries. I know that the rain's absolutely going to just choke everything here, but this is fine. I see medical treatment, Turk. Who is in the area? Fred. No, I want Franklin for that, not Fred. Who the hell's awake at this time of night? Silverware is awake, but I don't know if you do medical. No, you don't do medical. Grim, I think, can do medical, but it's a bit late. Tofu's going to bed. Labby is still awake. Trying to find somebody that's in the area but not busy. A lot of my medics sleep at night. What is Bombay doing? Are you recreationing? I might just steal you to come and work on Turk. I can see Lincoln coming up here, but he's not working on him. I know Huntsman's working up here, but can you actually come and work on him? Because otherwise what they'll do is they'll come and they'll feed him, and that will count as attending to them, but it won't actually fix them. I think with muscle parasites, I think you have to like heal them 3 times to get rid of it, give or take. And Farrell's been tended to twice, poorly. Like my people are still feeding him, so it's not like he's gonna die, but he's definitely probably going insane inside. Honestly, McJolly and Turk and Skizzer, they're insane. They have been on like their no medical privileges thing basically since the second location. Since the second location, we're on the 4th. So yeah, they've had that for a while. Let's find some more batteries to get installed down here. And I should probably want to go check on my caravan at some point. Now, I thought I had all of these allocated, but this is fine. Actually, don't mind this. This is kind of a look, so to speak. I will need to put some lights in here, and it will technically be an ugly room, so I mean I can probably put a statue or some shit in here later, but that is not a priority for right now. Either way, if I can get most of this connected... Red, you can do other stuff, can't you? Not that. Nitro. Not you. What about Nick? Nick can do a lot of construction. You're kind of perfect for what I need right here. Can I get you just to work on like all of this? Because once it connects up with that battery, that's all I need it to do. And then we'll have all of this. There we go. Okay, so I have a 5-foam popper in here. That's brilliant and shit. I did want to put lights, but I consider putting floor lights. But if I grab this lamp color, what is it? We'll grab that. We'll see how like a purplishy color looks in here. I'll put it on these spots. And rotate it around to up and down for that. We'll see how that goes. That should be bright as shit in here. And I should have room to put potentially statues to make it nicer and crap if I want to. I do have to put a floor in here at some point. I haven't got floors in a lot of my base because I am building other shit that's more important than the floor at the moment. I see you peeking, Keelan. What are you up to? It's gonna get a quick stretch in there. Alright, Bombay is about halfway tended to Turk. Turk had the blood loss sorted, so he wasn't dying, but he does have muscle parasites. Yeah. I do not know how long they last, but they've had them for a while. Turk's the only one that can still get up and walk. I know that Farrell has a mobility issue to begin with, so I don't expect Farrell to be getting up and walking around. But I don't know what's up with McJolly in that sense. Silverware's no longer inspired. That's okay. It's okay not to be inspired. So we must have used up all of our gold. I'd like to get some more ground penetrating scanners, but for the moment, just where they are is fine. I want to put them over here already, but I've got plans to put, like, fuckers, it's going to be a grow room by the look of it. Alright, so if that's going to be another grow room, before I build it, I don't know, I built that little bit. Neat. Okay. I think that comes up to, it goes to 3, so it'd be like that. Let's get this little bit through the center gone, because I think it's a 2 to 2. That don't look right. Yeah, something's not right with that. Hold on. It's going 3, 3. That's 3, 3. No, that should be fine. It just looks weird to me. It looks weird because it's got this bit on the end. That's fine. I can work with that. I want to keep one of these here for a second because I want them to enable making this all the wall inside. And same with down in this grow room. Oh, they made that one. Nice. Kits in a days. That's fine. Alright, well they can start making this. Oh, that's a heavy autosave. We'll start getting this made, and we've got power to this. So, where is my power coming in for this? Nowhere. I could just take it straight across and leech onto that, which wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we might do that. I don't want to take it like straight across there. I could take it from here, maybe? That'll do it. Okay, we'll get that connected up. And we'll get this in the thing. Also, I've had to resort to using fencing to keep my animals out of my food areas, hydroponics and such, because as long as a grow fucking space that has walls and a door is within a pen, if my animals get hungry enough, they just let themselves in. Which is an interesting change that I hadn't like expected in 1.6, and I don't know if that's just an issue with my 1.6. But, yeah. Inspired creativity days, let's see. Animal feel hungry, pet animals. There's a lot of people with titled apparel. There's still a lot of people need warm clothing. There's nobody not doing anything, though, which is great. And how's my caravan? They're on their way. They're just through the ground at the moment. They're not moving too fast. And I have no more stuff to give them, realistically. So I don't think we'll be able to buy that much more of it, the thing. Hold on, somebody's at attention. Who is at attention? You. Okay. Let's get you out of here. Surprisingly, I do recognize when somebody in my colony is at attention, even though they're so fucking minuscule. It's a very, very slight difference. It's like playing a, you know that old game where you kind of spot the difference kind of thing, and you have 2 images side by side and they are essentially identical, but there's 10 things that are different and stuff, and you gotta spot that. It's like that. It's very much like that. I was gonna say, I also used to play that a lot as a kid, so I'm not too bad at that, luckily. But you know what I should do is I should put lights, I should put electricity through this and then put lighting and really light this shit up. That would look pretty as shit. That's a concept. Hold on. Have I got it hidden? I guess it would go up as 2. It'll go up as 2. Alright. That will give me an idea to connect these. And that will connect to there. I will have to deconstruct the power through that. Out of there. And that one's coming through nice and even along here too. And I got rid of the other one, which means I can make the second to third ones here. If they fit, I don't know if I was doing 3. This is just an uneven area. Did I have it as just 2 up the top? I think oh no, I had it 3. We only had the 1 gap to the edge. I moved it up, but I didn't move it over by the look of it. Okay. Well, we'll remove this and we'll move it over by 1. So this needs to be there. That will be right. And then once this is gone, we can move that. Colonist needs rescue. Is it Turk? Well, mate, can you... You can't do medical. Who's in the area? Sloan, Alban, Parsons. None of you guys. Kit Kat can do medical. Can you... yeah, medical care's out of that. But can you... I could try to, like, arrest them and we could tend to them as a prisoner. That would also kind of work. But can you carry them? Like, I should be able to rescue them. I am able to put them in a bed. Like, if I have to knock this fucker out, I will. The hardest part is he's so fucking far from where the medicine is. Like, not that he's going to get medicine, but, like, if I was going to knock him out, I would need something. Like, I could try to arrest him. It would move him to the hospital, prison, and stuff. Can you place him in there? Okay. He's going to fall back out of bed in, like, 5 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. You're being saved. No, does it do not resist? Look, if I have to put somebody in prison just to be able to tend to them and fix them, so be it. You know? Because if they're this far away, like, if he's this far away, I might reset his bed. I'm really thinking about it. I might turn one of these into a normal bed and relabel that as Turk's bed, because he'll be right near the medicine and people that are doing doctoring, right? Like, I could do that with Farrell and McJolly, and that would throw them at least up into, like, the hospital and stuff. But somebody would have to carry them up there too. So there is that. Oh yeah, we got the heater on. Let's go with reset that. This room is a little bit bigger, so we'll see how 4 of them go for this, because it's not going to be, like, as perfect as, like, this, where it's, like, toasty kind of thing, but we'll see. We'll see how they fare. Also, did I put the roofs on the grow rooms for winter? Yes. By the look of it, I think I've got roofs on everything that needs a roof, which is great. I also haven't, like, started pulling this apart, but it's fine. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I want to separate this building now that I don't have prisoners in it. It's just going to be a bit of a nightmare to do it, is all, because I have to get them to, like, kind of cut off a section and then they're going to carve it out from outside, basically. So I do want at least the center diamond. I don't know about the other 2. So we'll focus on getting this. I'm guessing that that's Turk again. Guess where your bedroom's going to be, mate? Right here. This is now Turk. And I can find you. I didn't just go past him, though. There he is. Alright, well, that is now Turk's bed. And poor Kit Kat, you've got to walk back up to wherever the fuck he was. Unless I have another person in the area. Can I get... I do have Grasshopper. Grasshopper can do medical, can't you? Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. Can you go and grab them? Yeah. And then walk their ass down to here. There you go. Alright, let's move his ass into the hospital. If I have to, I might put him under so that he can get tended to. Because, yeah, if you can at least stop falling out of bed, that would be ideal. Normally, if I have to, like, sedate somebody or something like that, like, it might be the only way to get past that solution. I also need more lights in here, too. So, I thought about, because it's the butchering area, I might just get, like, pure white lights in the butchering area. So, I want them. Whoop, hold on. They're back over there. Okay, what do we have? We had the 2 on the front, we had the 2 in the corners, and we had the bits on the poles, which is fine. We should have the 2 lights in here. Got the 2 lights in here, and then the 2 on the poles. That should bring up the lighting in the whole area, hopefully. And I might need another one of these in here, maybe. Music reminds me a lot of Terratech music, Farming Simulator series music. Oh yeah. That wouldn't surprise me. There was a song in RimWorld that Once Human used, and every time I heard it, I found it like really confusing because I didn't notice it until I started playing Once Human, and I hadn't noticed it playing RimWorld. So when I was playing RimWorld and I started hearing it, and I was like, what the fuck? You know, and I'd hear like Once Human stuff playing in the background. I'm like, I don't have the game open. Kind of thing is like where my brain would go with it. I need more power through here. But yeah, I'm not surprised that there's like music that kind of is similar or reminiscent and stuff. Like I always like playing my games for the most part with whatever like music the game comes with. Because, I don't know, when I'm watching somebody else play a game, like in the streamer sense, right? And they have like whatever other music is absolutely just over the top of whatever the game is. You have to kind of like the music or really like the game. One or the other. If you happen to like both, it's like happy days and shit. But like if you don't, it kind of sucks because it puts you off like watching and stuff. Because it's like you either don't like the song or you don't like the game enough to like tolerate it messing with the song kind of thing. That should get enough electricity. And I do want to do the floors and shit. I want to do that, but it can wait. Because I obviously used up all my silver. So, like, I'm not going to get silver, I don't think, from this quest. No. I am going to get gold, which will do a bit more of the floor. Did I bring up silver? Steel, steel, I'm not digging that up. Uranium, steel. Okay. I'm not finding, like, the underground stuff that I want. I could put a few more of these in temporarily, but I want them over here eventually. I don't super hugely want to move them if I can. So, what else can I do with them for the moment? That's moved. Hold on. If this is moved, I thought about putting the shelving. If we reinstall this up the back, just like that. I was going to put it here as well, but I realized that's going to like block the passageway. If I don't do that one and I do this one instead, we'll move those two back. They'll have one on this, and then these ones are going to have to move back. Generally, I leave these like rear spots for being like, I don't know, decorative shit, generally speaking, but this is fine. And I will go and grab the two drug lab ones from down here, because this is not where I want them to be. Temporarily, it was fine. It did the job. That was in line with that, and there is a chair in the way. Do I want to bring it up by one? Because I don't think I have another one of that, but we could definitely put that there for the moment. That would be fine. And then we could move this up one. Okay, Trudeau's busy. Tade, mate. Tade, can I get you to move some stuff? What was that? Something in the way? Something? Oh, what's his face already doing it? Hey, Jaylee, what are you up to? Kango's moving that one. Quillen's doing that. Stanley's on that one. Squirrel's on that. Men, I tell you what, they are ready to move shit in this colony. It's great. Yeah. I was going to say like a little bit earlier today, but I'm like, I didn't realize it was like already 1. And I'm like, damn. Like, I'm losing time here instead. I might make the second battery room. What are you up to, Jolly? That's where it's going to be. Okay, let's go make this so that I can connect up a second battery thing. I have not decided if I want to halve or quarter or try like split the power like I had with Dryden or whatever. I will figure that out after we have all the power where it is and finalized, and then I'll remove any excess cables where they're not supposed to be, so that we can have like at least part of the place powered at a time. So I haven't really decided that because we're going like long ways, sideways or whatever instead of up down. But yeah, it is hopefully going to be enough. Now, I don't know if I have enough extra of that, but let's allow that. They are successfully making this real nice fast. Nice. I'll also put in like floors and shit eventually. Speaking of floors and shit, no, I didn't put any floors in there. That's fine. I just had to quickly check because I'm like, I don't know if I put floors in that room because it looked colored. And it's like, no, it's actually just the flooring. So what I kind of want, I have about 36 batteries, but not all of them are uninstalled. So let's get these up in here because I think that one's a to make. And I don't want it to make. I think time for HugsLib. Great rest of your stream. No worries. Thanks for hanging around. You go get your rest. I'll be here for probably another hour. Trying not to go past those 4 hours though, so let me put on a timer. Hang on a second. Obviously, like if I get attacked in like the next hour, fuck goes like the time, because like that's usually what happens. I tend to get attacked in like the last half an hour of stream, and then we end up battling it until like the end of time. Enjoy vibing here. Nice. I'm glad you like hanging out and stuff. So as far as I can tell, it's relatively consistent. As this doesn't matter what stream it is, I'm always talking up a storm about something, anything, and nothing. And yeah, just generally kind of calm sort of stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna have a whole week of Rim Connect next week. So I mean, we see how we go, because like when you guys are spawning stuff in, it is like a little bit more chaotic, but it's not going to be the classic chaotic Rim Connect. So it should just be a good few hours of just chilling and stuff. And yeah, I got the whole rest of this week still to go. I think I've got one more animal / puzzle platformer game Thursday, and Project Zomboid Friday and stuff. And then I actually have 5 days stream week next week, which is going to be kind of interesting because I need to remember to like go live. I need to remember to put actually a notification on Wednesday to remind me to stream. Because like I tend to like fuck off and like do other stuff. Like I'm supposed to be doing rigging and shit on Wednesdays, but I will reassess my like Wednesdays off and stuff based on like the additional days and stuff I'm taking off instead this year. But by all means, go get your rest if you haven't already. Critical. Oh yeah, how do we go moving? What's his face? Hang on. Where is Turk? Hold on a second. Where did Turk go? McDolly's still down and out. Barrel's like too close to the bottom. Where is Turk's up and about? Oh, Turk's like right there. Oh shit. Okay. Turk's gonna lay down in their bed in the hospital, which is good. We can keep an eye on you. And how is Farrell doing? Because he's not on that. He's still got his parasites. That's fine. That's listening in case. It was aimed at me, as well as everyone else. But I depart. Take care and have a good night. No worries. Yeah, sometimes when I respond, like, it is directed and or generalized kind of thing. Because as I said, like, I never know who's here. I never know if, like, somebody's already left and stuff. I'm gonna have some of my drink, hold on. Because I don't see who's here. right? I don't see any numbers. I don't see any names. I don't want to know. So people have the freedom to come and go as they please. So, like, if I'm halfway through a conversation and somebody's done with it, they can leave and I won't know. I'm not going to get offended by it because I literally didn't know they left. Like, and sometimes people do respond and sometimes people just sit there heading off and then, you know, they put their phone down and, like, I don't know, get ready to, like, go to sleep and stuff like that. I do that when I'm, like, watching people. I'll be like, you know, I'm gonna lurk or something like that, and then I'll literally just, like, you know, put my phone up and I'll listen and stuff. What's that? Maybe, Keelan. I know you're waiting to do this yesterday. I actually want to see this go off.
Cheese.
Did that show? That didn't look like that showed. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Look, sometimes they're working and sometimes they're not. There's not much I can do about that at the moment. It does kind of suck because that one was supposed to actually cheese slap me. At least it played the sound though. So, I mean, at least it did that. Oh, I know, Keelan. I know. But yeah, look, at least it's playing the sound. I still haven't got YouTube sounds to work, although I did see the subscriber notification go off for YouTube earlier, so fuck, maybe it is working. I don't know. Some shit's working, some shit's not. I might just put a sign up that says some shit might work, some shit won't. How bad? You know, because I don't know. I'm honestly so not concerned or bothered with the fact that some things are not working and some things are working. I'm just happy enough that I can still stream in some capacity without my whole PC locking up from, like, the streaming and stuff, not the games. For anybody that's, like, been watching and, like, I obviously get, like, a reasonable amount of comments about how, like, RimWorld runs and stuff, but it's actually my PC at this point that's more so struggling because it's not the games. I can close out of games and the computer will still run the same way. It'll still run chunky. So it's not the games. But yeah, I'm just happy that I can at least still go live and still come and spend time with you guys and stuff because this is what I do, right? This is literally what I do for a living. And like I was thinking about it the other day, I'm like, what if I can't stream? Then what do I do? Like, I genuinely was a bit upset because I'm like, this is what I want to do. This is what I've like full sent towards and stuff. And I'm like, there is no option. It's not about not having a backup. There is no desire to have an alternative, you know, this is it kind of thing. It balls the wall basically. I've noticed it in the past like 2 or 3 months. Laptop also started struggling with basic stuff. The games run smooth. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, if I'm not streaming, if I'm testing stuff, if I'm just testing shit and I'm not live, not going through, like, the internet and stuff, not having, like, feedback sending and receiving and stuff, a lot of this stuff runs fine. That's why I can't test it offline. I have to actively go live to see if it does it and then troubleshoot it while I'm live streaming and stuff, which is why it's a difficulty and stuff. But it's not replicatable when I'm not live, so it has something to do with streaming, which is where my